Hello, my babies, and welcome back to Shadow Play Tarot. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for being here today with me. If you're watching this when it first posts, it is New Year's Day. I hope you guys are all doing amazing and hopefully doing something fun today, or at least taking some time out to yourself. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your day or night. I truly appreciate it. And my loves, today we are going to be looking into what are some of the major themes that are coming up for you in this upcoming year ahead in 2026? This is a semi timeless reading. So if you happen to catch it anytime within this year, hopefully it can be helpful to you. This is going to be more so of a general reading where we're just going to be open to hearing what might be coming in for you in this upcoming year ahead. And yeah, you guys know though, it is a collective reading. So at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide what is for you and what is not. And we'll keeping that in mind, let's try to have fun with it. You guys know what to do. 3 groups to choose from. As always, we have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Whenever you're ready, I'll meet you at your reading. Hello, my group number ones. If you picked the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Today, we are going to be looking into what are some of the major themes coming up for you in this upcoming year ahead in 2026. This reading is posting on New Year's Day. So happy New Year to you, my loves. Thank you so much for being here. Whenever you happen to catch this reading, I truly appreciate you hanging out with me for a while. Yeah, and let's dive in. You guys already know, though, it is a collective reading, so it's up to you to decide what is for you and what's not. We are just going to be asking generally what are some of the major themes coming up for you and what is it you need to know about that. All right, let's dive in. Thank you so much for being here today. Let's get to it. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my group number ones. Messages for my group ones, please. All right. Anytime you come across this reading in 2026, it can most definitely apply. So let's see, what are some of the major themes that my group number ones, that's going to be coming up for my group number ones in 2026? What are some of the major themes that they are going to be dealing with in 2026? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number ones. What are some of the major themes coming up for them in this upcoming year ahead in 2026? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group ones. What are some of the major themes? We have 6 of Swords, King of Cups. Oh, I like this. This is about moving on and making the right decisions. This is about maturing emotionally as well. Interesting. And this is about you guys are growing to love something. Some of you guys are growing to love a new career or a hobby that turns into more like later. There's almost like, wow, I didn't realize this felt so good, or this that I can be good at this, or that I enjoy doing this. Now for some of you guys, this is also talking about friendships that are growing. It doesn't necessarily mean growing into romance. I mean, they could, but this is more so like you're maturing in who you surround yourself with. So you guys are being more intentional. So let's say that you guys do pick up a new hobby, or you take that workshop, or you do that class. Your heart is going to be really in it, and you're going to meet new people, or you're going to get closer to the people that are also involved. And so it just expands your world in a different way, where it all of a sudden life doesn't feel like as dreary as it did. I don't know if that's the right word. Someone corrected me last time. The one that means that life isn't so bad. This is like, oh, I feel better. I am getting I feel better. So I do feel like there's a lead up to this. So whatever it is you've been going through, there is going to be forward progress. Now, the interesting thing is that this Hierophant in reverse tells me that it took you stepping out of your role, or it took you stepping out of what was expected for you in work, career, how you maybe expected your life to go, what you thought commitment looked like. There's something here where you're stepping in and you're being more powerful, but it's in a different path, or it's unconventional, or it's not like what you thought it was going to be like. Now, others of you are going to be dealing with a friend that turns into more, but it's very unconventional. Like this would be like a homie lover friend. Like I didn't know that the kid I sat next to in class years ago would grow up to be this person that now this is where our friendship slash relationship is heading into. Like this would be kind of very gradual. I do feel good news. I do feel like this year you are going to be more in tune when situations start to make you second guess yourself, or when you get really stuck in your head. You're going to be, I feel like, more aware of that. And probably like coping differently than you were in the past. I'm not saying it's not going to be a struggle or you're not still going to be overthinking sometimes, but I don't think it's going to be, you're not going to feel as hindered by it as maybe you did in the past. All right, we have the Six of Cups. So I do feel like there is an energy here of you being more open, more lighthearted, more nostalgic, or more playful. Maybe you're healing your inner child. Maybe what ended up working for you looks different. Maybe when you were a kid, you dreamed of, having a career as an astronaut or something. And now all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait, I can learn about stars or astrology, and I still feel connected to space. So it takes you back even, but it's in a more like elevated and mature place, right? So it's like new versions of the same you, or of who you truly are reemerging. So for some of you, this could be in the form of another person, where this person comes in and you don't really kind of see them. It starts small, or it's like the more you get to know them, it's like there's this revisiting back to the past. Like this is someone that maybe you'd be listening to old music with, or you guys, you'd enjoy talking like nostalgia, things from the past, maybe like vintage or thrifting or collecting, or, things like that. So it feels good. It feels fun, and it feels like it's healing you. So you're moving forward as well. From a time when maybe you were lacking motivation, or you felt maybe a little burned out. This Knight of Wands was in reverse when I pulled it, but I'm going to take it upright because I kind of feel like this year is going to be about almost like random experiences for you, little things that help keep you pushing, little things that just add up to be such like a nice, like bigger picture. It's almost like your life, your joy, or the things around you didn't just improve because of this one thing or this one person. It's like, no, like this is how I feel about work. This is how I feel about what I do with my free time. This is how I feel about my friends. This is how I feel about my interests. It's like there's all these different things that add up to this. And I don't think that this is the way that you would have maybe thought your life would look, or that you would, how you'd find joy or what you find comfort in. But it's like, yeah, I like it. It's different, but I like it. Tell me why the King of Cups. We have a lot that came through. We have the Ten of Wands, the Four of Wands, Empress reverse, and King of Wands reverse. Tell me about the Six of Cups. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You guys are going to find yourself saying no more. There's almost like, again, a role or something here that you were expected to do, and instead you're going to, I feel like this is almost like a year where a lot of you guys might be living a little bit more for yourselves, because maybe in the past you were overgiving. There is an energy. Some of you guys are going from becoming this Hierophant in reverse with the Empress in reverse, which means like some of you guys could have had maybe like a mother wound, or issues with boundaries or overgiving, or seeing yourself in a certain light or abundance. And it's like you're stepping into a different role, or you're stepping into almost like this different era of your life where you feel more in control. Now, others of you, you guys could be dealing with someone, but I'm not going to lie and try to make this so much about romance, more so than I do feel that this is about you, the relationship with yourself, who you surround yourself with, and what you choose to give your energy to. And I do think that, there could definitely be a person here. And even though you may feel nostalgia for them, you're saying, not yet. I'm still working on myself, or I'm still, I'm still working on, it's almost like I'm finally moving on or feeling better. So it's like, even if you are dealing with someone, it's like maybe neither one of you is really like consistent or really wanting to move this forward. I feel like your focus is in other areas of your life. Now, I do want to encourage those of you, okay, some of you guys may feel a little like insecure, or maybe it's you don't have the support, whether that's like actual like community support or like financial, of wanting to maybe join community or take a class or a workshop or learn a new skill, sign up for something that is going to help you with that, or help not help you with that, help you with some kind of skill or grow in some kind of way. That could be a focus as well, where you guys are trying to make that happen. I do feel like you guys are going to find like-minded people this year. I do think that they're like new friends or new friendships or new like coworkers or new people that I feel in the future you guys can learn from each other and help each other. It's almost giving the energy of the people that meet in college and then years down the line, like, they end up being like well known in their industry, and then they all know each other, then they all kind of help each other, or stuff like that. That's kind of what it feels like. um let's see why the King of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Why the King of Cups and the Ten of Wands? We have Strength reverse, Four of Swords, and Nine of Wands in reverse. You're finding peace. I think you have a lot going on because you love a lot of different things. Like literally, I think you're like, well, I love to do that, or I want to do this, and so I think you have a busy year, but this is more so, like I said, about you, and who you're becoming. And I definitely don't think, I think if someone is around you, I don't think you're giving them, like, you might interact, or you might they might be in your energy, but I don't necessarily see things going down a traditional path with both of you. And it's for different reasons. Like, you have things going on too. You're not just Empress reverse because of this person. You're Empress reverse because you're in the middle of like taking charge and like changing, metamorphosis. All right. Three of Swords in reverse. You're not sweating the small stuff, or you're not sweating things that, like, missed opportunities, or, you're getting over things that maybe in the past they didn't work out. And you're kind of like, okay, I'm open. I'm open to exploring. Tell me why the Hierophant reverse with Empress reverse. Seven of Pentacles. You're spending a lot of time by yourself. You're on routine, you're on schedule, you're fixing your body tight, credit right, all of those things. You're tending to your own garden, and it feels like people are drawn to that, and you're not really sweating like necessarily where things are going, or what someone else is doing, or how they feel, or you're just kind of in your, it's tunnel vision. It's good. It's good because you need it. All right. Let's continue. Maybe you're even thinking that you didn't think that you would be like single or independent or something, like at this age or at this stage or at this point. Some of you guys could be feeling like that. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number one. What else can we know? What do they need to know about the major themes that will be coming up for them in 2026? What do my group number ones need to know about the major themes coming up for them in 2026? Messages for my group number ones, please. What do they need to know? What else do they need to know about major themes coming up for them in 2026? You guys could be like redoing your home or your bed, or your maybe like getting like cozier, like pillows or blankets, or I don't know. There's something here about like bringing luxury or coziness into your surroundings. You guys could even be getting like a new smell that you like, if you're into like perfumes or oils or that kind of stuff. You guys could be getting in touch with your like sensuality in that kind of way, or just like enjoying Earth's pleasures. We have the Three of Cups. As I'm saying, Earth's pleasures. I do feel like your social life, you are going to be reconnecting with old friends or people, or just being more social, new people as well. I do see you going out. I see you also saying yes or being invited to certain things. So it does feel like socially, you're going to be active. I do think you're going to be enjoying um, the people that are around you. All right, we have the High Priestess reverse. It's almost like you're also seeing your surroundings differently as well, where it's like maybe last year or in 2025, you felt uh, maybe a little secluded, or like when you were around people, maybe there was like you felt anxious or something like that. I feel like you're going to be starting to see like what triggers you, or if there was endings in your life, you're starting to see like the other side of it. Like if you had a really stressful like previous year or previous few months, it's like we're turning over a new leaf. Now, the other thing that I'm seeing is that you're also very aware of things that, again, make you second guess yourself, keep you questioning. And so you're more prone to end things or say no, or again, it's just like you're stepping into your power, you're taking control. It doesn't happen overnight. Obviously, we are talking about a whole year ahead. Tell me why the Three of Cups. You're questioning if you do choose to like be romantically involved. It's like you're really like, I feel like you're aware of like, okay, what are this person's intentions, or where this is really going? Because like you don't want anything to derail the progress that you're making or that you're working towards. You're going to have a funner year this year. I am seeing that. I'm seeing that your social life is more buzzing, especially for those of you that are putting yourselves in new environments or expanding in some kind of way, where you're signing up or you're in situations where you're around other people that have similar interests or similar situation as you, where you guys would have a reason to connect. I do feel like it's going to be really good for that. So look, more love in your life. You are making progress in your love life. You're getting away, or you are healing from the past or something here that didn't go forward. Or maybe your previous year or months, you weren't really going out. There's this feeling here of plans and talking and more excitement, and it just feels better. We're letting go of that Three of Swords. Tell me why the Knight of Wands. We have Queen of Cups in reverse. Tell me why the High Priestess. You're going to really see how inconsistent people or situations might trigger your nervous system. Yeah, and when people aren't clear with you, it's like that's answer enough. Now, here's the thing. There could be someone that's coming in that like shows initiative, or I don't know, they're going to make something, you're going to see something clearly, maybe about the type of partner you want, or this could even be you bringing endings to inconsistent people and like putting your emotions aside, which normally maybe you wouldn't, because there's happiness here for you after a period of like things that maybe weren't working out, or feeling like there was a lack of reciprocity in your relationships or in your life. Tell me about the High Priestess reverse with the King of Swords in reverse. Ten of Pentacles, Moon reverse. Something's going to be revealed to you about a long-term partner, or maybe your career or the direction that you want to go in, and it's going to make you really happy. It's almost going to be like hard to see or hard to admit, or it was hard to heal through, or there was a painful ending necessary in order to kind of see this. All right. So keep in mind, we literally just covered a little bit about what an entire year could look like for you. But that's what I have for you today, my babies. Let's get you guys some oracle cards. We're going to do a message from the crystals that I don't normally do on the channel. I usually only save these for private readings, but I've been getting through 2026 private readings. They're so intense, the personal ones. They're an hour long, and we go through month by month, and we do a reading on a general reading for the year. So I decided to use them for you guys too. All right, we have determination. We have intuition, protection, One more, please. And rest. So allowing yourself to rest and take breaks, protecting your energy as well. Remember, we talked about you're not just letting anyone come in and ruin the progress. So you're very determined this year, and you have been determined. You've been following your intuition, or maybe your intuition is even increasing. When something gives you anxiety or something doesn't feel right, it's because it's not right. And I think you're going to learn to pay attention to that. All right, your sleep, you could be sleeping better as well, or more focused on your rest and your sleep and your peace. A message from the crystals for my group number ones for 2026. Thank you, Spirit. All right, we have sulfur. Very interesting. Sulfur is obviously stinky. It's smelly, but you guys, it's so good for your skin. So actually, as many of you know, I live in California, but we have a lot of hot springs, and specifically, the only place I ever went with natural sulfur hot springs was over in San Luis Obispo area. And my skin, I mean, my skin was never softer. But yeah, I remember my grandma used to tell me that that was the smell of the devil when you smell the sulfur. All right, so let's dive in. Volcanic progress and intentive. Sourced from volcanic areas, sulfur is an excellent companion for bottled up emotions that can manifest as skin conditions, fevers, and emotional outbursts. Sulfur has a negative electrical charge, allowing it to absorb toxicity and destruction from your surroundings. Sulfur also brings to light the natural disasters to your personal landscape, highlighting your shadows in order to clear the path for renewal. This opens up awareness of triggers that can cause eruption, placing consciousness in action. Corresponds to Leo and the sun. That's so interesting. Isn't that funny that I was telling you guys about soft skin? Um, I'm not going to lie, I don't get sulfur very often that I pull from the deck. I cannot remember the last time that this card flew out. It may have been years actually out of the readings that I've used it in. So that's kind of cool. But I like what this says, that it absorbs toxicity and destruction from your surroundings. And you know what's the other interesting part is that, like, when they do exorcisms, they also use sulfur in like sprays and stuff. Anyway, random facts. My babies, that's what I have for you today. I appreciate you guys' support here on YouTube so much. I do tell you guys all the time, but I truly do mean it. The fact that in 2026 I'm entering my 5th year on YouTube is absolutely insane to me, and I love it so much, and I'm just so thankful to have you here. I appreciate you guys so much. Please take care of yourselves, and I'm sending you so many blessings and so much love for 2026 and beyond, but especially this year. I'm sending you a big hug, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number twos. If you picked the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Today, we are going to be looking into what are some of the major themes coming up for you in 2026. My babies, if you happen to be watching this the day that it posts, Happy New Year to you. And even whenever you watch this, I hope that you are having a good new year. This is a semi-timeless reading, which means that anytime you come across it in 2026, it could most definitely apply. We're not being focused on a specific area of your life. We're just going to be asking what are some of the major themes coming up for you this year, and then what is it you need to know about that. All right, my loves, you guys already know, though, it is a collective reading, and that means that you get to decide if it's for you or not. But besides that, let's try to have fun with it. Let's see what we can learn today. And my babies, thank you so much for letting me be a part of your journey, and you being a part of mine too by just being here. I appreciate you. All right, let's dive in. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my group number twos. Messages for my group twos, please. What are some of the major themes coming up for my group twos? What are some of the major themes coming up for my group twos? Thank you, Spirit. In 2026. What do my group twos need to know? What are some of the major themes coming up for them? Messages for my group number twos. What are some of the major themes coming up for them this year? Thank you, Spirit, in 2026. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Well, there's times are changing. Let's see what this is about. What are some of the major themes? Knight of Swords. It feels like things are in action. Which way do you want to go? You guys might have a new beginning or love coming into your life. Messages for my group number 2s. What are some of the major themes coming up for them this year? 10 of Swords, the Devil. Why the Wheel of Fortune? Interesting. Okay, so there's something changing in your circumstances and it's going to trigger you. You're going to feel like things were hopeless or I was hopeless. But there's going to be movement that almost like is trying to push you, like propel you, like, bitch, go forward. And you're like, no, 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 that can't be. It's not for me. I already went through a crisis of faith. I decided that that doesn't exist. Or I do feel like there's a challenge here in getting out of survival mode. It's not on the table. It's a vibe that I'm picking up on, because I do feel like there's a father wound that is triggered, or there is something here that is triggered from this Emperor in reversed. So tell me why. This could be something you guys are healing from, but I think this is the year you're going to have a chance to move forward in your life in some kind of way. But this wound or this thing is going to be something that you're going to have to work through. Ace of Swords in reverse. Tell me why the 10 of Swords. 4 of Cups. And tell me about the Devil. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So there is like a pattern or addiction or something toxic that is holding things back, or it's not moving forward. It's like love is here, but I'm hopeless. Or there's a chance here at something. Things feel like they're moving forward, but at the same time, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if there's a future here. I'm not sure if this person is like going to step up. Like there's something here that it's like, and this could even be you, where you're not taking control of your life or of certain things, because the past is heavily affecting what, like, the flow that the universe is trying to kind of direct you in. It's almost like they're showing me little channels of like water, just a bunch of them, almost looking like, what is that, like a tree of life, like the roots, like so many, but they're showing me water, little channels of water. And it's like you're almost like being directed into one, and you're like holding onto the edge, and you're like, nope, that's not the one. That's not the one. And so you might feel the pressure of water trying to rush through, because you're holding, right? You're not moving, you're holding, so that the water is hitting you. So in this case, the water is the emotions. And it's like heavy. And so that is maybe a cycle that might tempt you to be like, you know what? Nope, I'm good. I'm not going to deal with that painful thing. Or I don't want to think about where the root is. I don't want to. And maybe you do know where the root is, but it's almost like I am tired, or I just don't. It's almost like not today. I don't feel like dealing with it today. All right. Obviously, that's only if this is just your energy. But if it's someone else, that's how you could be viewing them. They're maybe not stepping up or making a move. But let's see, why the Emperor reversed with the Ace of Swords reverse. The 8 of Pentacles. Tell me why the Devil and the Knight of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. King of Wands. It did come out in reverse. So you could be tempted, or maybe there's this could be a love situation that maybe you work with someone, or they're putting the effort into something, but at the same time, there's a rejection wound that keeps popping up, and there's tension here, and it creates tension. And I can't tell if it's something that we are projecting or if it's actually happening. I can't tell that, because the way the reading is coming in, it almost feels like this is from your perspective. But I really can't tell. I mean, some of you guys, you could be letting in someone that is a devil and a King of Wands in reverse. And for a lot of you, this is something that is being triggered, like just, oh, never feeling supported or dealing with these types. And then now that it's here again, it almost like kind of sends you into a little bit of a tailspin. All right, what can we know about this? Thank you, Spirit. What else can we know? Messages for my group choose. What are some of the major themes coming up for them in 2026? What else can we know about this? 9 of Cups. It's like a part of you really wants this, and there's potential here. And you're like getting to know this person, but at the same time, something is too inconsistent, or you don't know. It's almost like you're really questioning if this is going to be worth it or not, or if it's, yeah, if it's like going to be reciprocated. What else? 6 of Cups in reverse. It is a wound. It's something from the past. So there's some kind of past trauma or past situation that triggers an abandonment wound, and it just really kicks it up in this situation. And I really can't tell if, I think partially it's projection, but partially it's also like this person. I mean, everyone's going to be different, but for some of you guys, like this person, things might just be moving really slow. Maybe you guys are working together, or they're putting in the effort to maybe get to know you. Maybe this is someone that you're just casually talking to, but it triggers like a, well, what do they want from me? Or where's this heading? Or, something like that. So the situation's definitely going to be split. But yeah, I feel like love is going to be a big theme for you. Tell me more, please. Why the Wheel of Fortune and the Star reverse? 2 of Pentacles. You're going back and forth of whether you're hopeful or how you feel or how you view it. Tell me why the Ace of Cups with the 5 of Swords in reverse. The Lovers. Yeah, this is a person. Tell me why the Knight of Swords with the 6 of Swords. The World of reverse. Queen of Pentacles. But there's going to be like a cycle, maybe. Or maybe you're still going, maybe there's unfinished business from the past that still keeps you in a cycle of maybe, yeah, being like emotionally triggered. Like maybe you're not ready either. So it just depends. I had to take a deep breath. Okay, let's see. Let's continue. Not the devil. There's some kind of karma to break out of here, you guys. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, and the Devil that all came out in that same part of the reading, and that is big karma energy. So it is going to be about breaking out of lessons, right? Or breaking out of things, recognizing patterns. And like I said, for some of you guys, it's even like getting out of like your own survival mode in order to feel better or give love a chance, or in order to maybe, feel more settled in your love life. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Like I said, for some of you guys, it could even be like a father wound. Messages for my group number 2s. What do they need to know, please? What else do they need to know about major themes coming up for them in 2026? What do my group number 2s need to know about major themes coming up for them in 2026? What do my group number 2s need to know? What do they need to know? What else do they need to know about what major themes are coming up for them in 2026? We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Cups. I like that. What else do they need to know? We have Ace of Wands in reverse. 8 of Cups in reverse. So it's almost like when you start to feel better, or when like so that 5 of Cups in reverse, it's almost like I'm getting over it, or I'm getting over the grief. I'm starting to feel better. Like you could be focusing on your home and the things that matter, what you want for the long term. But then something comes up and it really like throws you off or it confuses you, because there could be like a false start with this person, or there's something here where it's like we have a chance, but we're just not ready. Because then maybe it's like you go from feeling like clear and secure, and then love comes up and then you're like, oh shit, I'm back in my delulu, or I'm back in my confusion, or I'm back not knowing what's what. Because it feels like you're either you have history here, it's your history that's coming back, or you're spending a lot of time, or but this is going to be like, I think it's going to take up a lot of a good amount of the year. It's like at least months, 7 months maybe, I don't know, with the pentacles coming through. We have the Fool reverse. So it's like, even though love is here or the opportunity is here, we're not trusting it, or we're not necessarily ready for a new beginning. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Messages for my group number 2s. What else do we need to know? Yeah. This is something from the past that is coming back around. It does feel, like I said, the past might be kind of affecting how you view your present. This could be how you grew up, or like I said, for some, maybe it's something relating to a father, or maybe it was a past relationship and it doesn't go back that far. But it does feel like there's a lot of fears here that get triggered, and a lot of like, what does this mean? I saw the sign, but then I had the dream, but then the tarot reading said this, but then my intuition says that. What does it mean? So it feels like there's a lot of that, okay? A lot of readings next year, perhaps. I don't know. Tell me why the Ace of Wands in reverse. As your tarot lady already feels tired. Oh no, we want breakthroughs. We will have breakthroughs, bitches. We will. And keep in mind, we're talking about a whole last year. All right. So you might just want to give up on this, or just like before it, you're just like, I don't know what this means. Tell me why the Eight of Cups in reverse. There's the Ace. Yeah, this is about a return, or this is about love. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. Tell me more. The World card, the King of Pentacles. Something's going to keep happening over and over in order to create a breakthrough, in order to close out a cycle. And I do feel like it's going to be a challenge for both of you, perhaps, right? But since we're reading for you, I do feel like getting out of this, like, yeah, out of that Five of Pentacles is going to be a challenge, okay? But I do feel like love is going to be a major theme for you, but it's not looking, the weather forecast doesn't feel like it's clear skies, all right? You're going to be spending time with this person, or investing in this, or doing something. And if it's not love for you and it's like a new job, then replace it with that. I know that seems totally off the side, but it just feels like there's something, but it feels like it is love. There was all those cups, or that Ace of Cups kept coming up. And it doesn't have to be romantic love. It could be like there's something here that's making you feel better, but it's going to trigger something. All right, let's get you guys some oracle cards before we close out your reading. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number 2s, please. Messages for my group 2s. What can we know? What can you tell us? They're 2026. Major themes coming up for them in this upcoming year ahead. What can we know? All right, we have success. Protection. So you could be protecting like the success you've already made, right? All of the healing and stuff that you've been through. Peace and abundance. You could be focused more on your work. And then we have isolation and choosing to be on your own. I do feel like this. Yeah, I felt that for sure. All right. So whatever you set your mind to, your goals, I think you're going to be good in that area. Your money, or if you want to start something, but it seems like the love and the emotional kind of partnership, that kind of stuff, it feels like that's where there's a challenge. Let's get you guys a message from the crystals. Thank you, Spirit. Can we get a message, please, from the crystals for 2026? Is that the one that want to come out? Okay. It's so pretty. Lazulite, cosmic serenity and peace. Do you guys have peace? You have peace 2 times. You're protecting your peace. All right, the cosmic forces are at play with lazulite, bringing serenity, peace, and tranquility to anyone who crosses paths with the stone. Lazulite comes from the Arabic word, sorry guys, lazaward, meaning sky or heaven, and referring to the sky blue color of the stone surface. It stimulates the third eye, drawing out psychic and intuitive abilities and dispelling worry, anxiety, and stress to promote a clear state of mind. Use lazulite when you need extra strength to heal addictive habits and to give yourself that inner peace against personal demons. Corresponds to Gemini, Sagittarius, and Jupiter. Guys, I don't think I've ever pulled this one out of this deck. All right, I hope that's helpful. My babies, that's what I have for you today, for a little forecast on some of the things that might be coming up for you in this upcoming year ahead. I appreciate you guys being here so much. I truly do. I'm sending you so much love, a big hug, and so many blessings for 2026 and of course beyond. But I appreciate you guys. Please take care, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number threes. If you picked this sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Today, we are going to be looking into what are some of the major themes coming up for you in 2026. My loves, if you are watching this the day that it posts or anytime right after, Happy New Year to you. This is a semi-timeless reading, and what that means is anytime in 2026 that you come across it, it could most definitely apply. We are not going to specify any specific area of your life. We're just going to leave it open and ask, what are some of the major themes coming up for you this year? And what is it that you need to know? My babies, thank you so much for being here today and for allowing me to be a part of your journey, but also you're being a part of mine. I appreciate you so much. Here's to an amazing 2026. Better days ahead. All right, let's tap in. Let's see what you can expect. All right, thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my group number threes. Messages for my group threes, please. What are some of the major themes coming up for my group threes in 2026? Messages for my group number threes. What are some of the major themes coming up for them? What are some of the major themes coming up for my group number threes in 2026? We're using a brand new deck for you guys today. I literally just got it in the mail this morning. I was shuffling it for a while and just getting to know it, introducing myself to it. I always tell my decks, I introduce myself by name and I tell them, we're going to work. We're about to work together. I make sure that they know this isn't a casual affair. Messages for my group threes, please. What major themes are coming up for them in 2026? All right, we have the Two of Flowers, which is wands in this deck. And then we have the Knight of Swords. It did come out in reverse. Okay. So a fork in the road, or what do I want here? What do I want to do? Some kind of choice. We have King of Hedgehogs, which is King of Pentacles in this deck. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Nine of Teacups. Okay. So there's a direction that you want to go in, and you feel like this is for you, or you feel like this is where your dreams lie or where your wishes lie. But there's also this energy of taking it slow, or not trying to be impulsive, or we're not making a move just yet. So this is the year that you could have a major decision that you want to make regarding your future. This would be you, it's almost like clearing space. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. Tell me why the Two of Wands. And what I mean by clearing space, it almost feels like if I want this new future, or if I want this new thing, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to stop doing that, or I'm going to have to change this or do that, or leave that. We have the Fool reverse, and then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So work feels like it's good. Like it feels like you're really stable, or it feels like you feel very secure with where you're at with things. But you're also starting to think of the future and you're wondering, like, okay, what direction should I go in? Or what are my options? I don't necessarily think that this is the year that you're going to be ready to make the jump or make the shift, but you are planning. And I do think you are clearing the road, it is what I'm getting, because life is bringing people and things and experiences to you. You're being aligned to this, but in order to get your wishes, or in order to, yeah, to get what you want, um you might have to make some kind of change or do something. Tell me why the 9 of Cups. Messages for my group threes. We have Moon reversed and we have Temperance reversed. So you guys could be dealing with someone that is not happy because of the change that you're making or the direction that you're going in, or you're thinking about how someone may not be happy. Now, if it doesn't have to do with someone else, this could mean that sometimes you're tempted to be very impulsive and not care how other people feel, or it's like you're only thinking of what you want to make happen right now. And so you might be tempted to just say, fuck it, I'm going for it. But then you don't end up doing it. It's just like an impulsive kind of action, because I see you wanting to kind of, pull that trigger, but I also see you holding back. Like I said, I don't think this is necessarily going to be the year that you actually make that pivot. And if you do, then let's say it's like in the later part. This would be like, because we're talking about major themes, so this could be like the gradual buildup. I do feel like there's a sense here of like enjoying like the fruits of your labor. So this could be like your collaborations are happening like in your workspace or in your career, or maybe even in life, you're finding more like-minded people or making new friends, or there's this energy here of things feel really aligned, and it's like, something's destined, or something has like brought this to you, or brought these people to you, or brought the situation towards you. Now, you could also be thinking like your dream career or the next step, or if it's like a partner, you're thinking of like this person, they show up, they're stable, they're committed, but at the same time, they're not opening up emotionally. Maybe there's something here. Again, there's something here that we get frustrated about, but at the same time, it's like all good. So a couple things coming through. Some of you guys might be making a choice between two different people. Someone who shows you stability, or you can tell you guys work well together, or there's potential here to build, or you guys are building something together, and you've realized like, wow, this is what I want. But then there's something here that's holding you back. What's holding back my group number threes? The Hermit. You're reflecting, or you're still thinking, or you're keeping this to yourself. It's you're steeping like a little tea bag in a teapot. The Strength card and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So you're not feeling confident yet. Again, there's almost like impulsivity, but then there's also like a need here to slow down. So I think you're going to be giving yourself time, but there is a big choice here. Maybe there's even like comparison that you're doing as well. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to spend a lot of time here, or you're investing in this. You guys might even be like reprioritizing your life or your schedule. Maybe you're doing something different with your money or what you're giving to. The way that you're spending your time this year feels different, and not everyone might like that. Tell me why the Wheel of Fortune with the 3 of Pentacles. Why the Wheel of Fortune with the 3 of Pentacles? Interesting. We have a Temptation card. Number 15. Is that the devil? That is the devil. That's funny that in the Alice in Wonderland deck, they wouldn't call it the devil, huh? That's cute. They call it Temptation in reverse. That's good. Star reverse, Temptation reverse, and 4 of Swords in reversed. Okay, so I feel like like I said, I think the stars are aligning, and I think you're starting to see that. And I think that in the following year, not this year, but in the following year, it's like you're setting things up. You're getting ready to make a big change. And it feels like it's big because it's Wheel of Fortune. It's like this, we're talking about a whole year, right? So it's like this is like by the end of the year, you're going to see more clearly, or you're going to see through certain illusions, and you're going to know what it is that you want. Tell me why the King of Cups in reverse with Temperance reverse. Why the King of Cups in reverse with Temperance reverse? The One of Cups. The Ace of Cups in reverse with the Four of Pentacles. Someone here is either very closed off or holding on to you. Someone might feel like that's not who you are, or that's not what you do, or why are you doing that? Because it could just be triggering them and their insecurities about where they emotionally feel comfortable with keeping you. And you could be realizing that that is not for you. Now, some of you guys could be dealing with someone that is like emotionally disconnected or manipulative, but they're like upset because you're not giving them a chance, or you're doing your own thing, or you are not letting them in on your plans. You could like avoid this person, or like almost like disconnect, or maybe you start to realize that maybe they're toxic. And so I do feel like you guys are going to be ending the year on a strong note, because it's like you're going to see what's up, or you're going to see through the illusions. So throughout this year, this person or this energy might try to like aggravate you and kind of like bug you in some kind of way, or trigger you, and you might kind of go through it enough or more than once or something to be like, you know what, I'm not even paying attention to that, or I know why they're acting that way, or I know I got to stay away, or this is why I can't tell you anything. This is why I'm, things like that. Because I literally feel, you guys, that you guys are clearing space for your future. And this is the year that you see you start to get a clear vision as to what that looks like. And it doesn't look like your present. And so that is going to require changes. And some people might have a hard time with it because they don't get it. Or like I said, it makes them uncomfortable because they're complacent, or they're only comfortable viewing you in one way. How dare you change and grow up, my group threes? How dare you not be the same for everyone else that does not live your life and probably pay your bills? All right, thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group threes, please. What else do we need to know about the major themes coming up for them in 2026? Messages for my group threes. What else do they need to know about the major themes coming up for them in 2026? What else can we know? Thank you, Spirit. About the major themes coming up for my group threes in 2026. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group threes. What else do they need to know about the major themes coming up for them in 2026? Oh, what is that? We have Chariot. You're going to be focused on moving forward. Wow. Yeah. Because you're going to realize like you haven't been happy, or your history, your background. There's something here about a past trauma or something that you're working through. And I feel like you're identifying that and you're overcoming that. This is really good. 10 of Pentacles. You're doing this for like, this is like a big change. This is like going to be for like years from now. It's going to be something that's really stable for you. You guys could even be moving forward into a career that like leaves legacy, or there's just a lot of stability there. Messages for my group number threes. What else can we know about the major themes coming up for them in 2026? All right, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. We have, someone's going to feel insecure about how you're moving ahead or moving forward without them. This could even be a friend or a family member or an old lover or a boss, an old boss, someone that you maybe thought was in your corner, on your side. They're not going to like how you're spending your time or what you're prioritizing. They might even try to make you feel bad. Like, why are you spending money on that? Or why are you doing that? Or why are you making time? Like, and it's not you, it's literally this person or this energy is uncomfortable with your happiness or your thriving or the way that you're moving forward. Maybe it's not, it's not that I'm not saying they don't want to see you happy. Maybe they do, but it's their own shit, you know? It's like literally, how many friends have you felt that energy from in the past? Maybe you're lucky and you never have. That's good, but your tarot mother is 420 years old. I've met all kinds of people, and I've definitely met those kinds of bitches. um, and that's kind of what it feels like. Like, oh, I'm sorry, you know? How many people do you think I don't talk to anymore since I do tarot on YouTube? How many people do you think like rolled their eyes or scoffed or said, "What is she doing now?" And then now what? They're probably watching. Hey there, guys. I don't remember you. It's something like that, bitch. You're going in a different direction, and whoever can't handle it cannot handle it. You're gonna have some off the cuff comments or some weird shit that pops up, and you're just gonna be like, "Oh, okay." You're doing good. I feel like you're happy with your life or you're feeling content. I love that Queen of Wands energy with that Chariot, the way you're moving forward. You're also looking good. Tell me about the Six of Wands. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my God. How cute is this? Look at the Moon card. Mystery. Oh no, actually, it's a High Priestess. That is so cute. I actually really like these cards. You guys will have to let me know if you like them. Then the Star card. I think the Star card's my favorite. Look how cute it is. All right, so you guys are going to be healing some past wound. This is maybe in the past when people treated you like this or made you doubt yourself or something. You're going to be like, nope, that's not my thing. It feels like you're overcoming, okay? You're feeling more hopeful, whereas maybe your childhood or your history or past relationships, maybe they didn't make you feel like there was hope or, they affected maybe your mental health. It feels like you're overcoming that. Tell me why the Ten of Pentacles. King of Pentacles or Knight of Pentacles in reverse. All right, tell me about the Page of Wands, the Fool, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Tell me more, please, about the Page of Wands, the Fool. We have Two of Wands in reverse. So this is someone that's going to say something to you to try to keep you from making a decision or from heading in a new direction. They might even try to make you feel a little foolish. This feels like it's an immature energy. Now, maybe this is like negative self-talk that you will be battling. So it could be that it doesn't have to be from the outside. Sometimes your biggest enemy might be yourself, right? So this is talking about that, and that might kind of stop you or hinder you, or it's kept you from making a decision. Tell me why the Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles. King of Cups in reverse. Someone does not like this opportunity. Justice reverse. It would either mean they're not fair, it's not balanced, they don't feel the same, or they're being emotionally manipulative and it's affecting your new opportunity because they're not happy or something here isn't the way that they want it. So don't let what other people think or feel about your future and what you want to do or what you deserve. Don't let that dictate what you decide is for you, because it does feel like there's some influence here when this opportunity comes up. All right. And if you guys, we're just going to leave it there. I feel stronger about that story than what I was going to start. Okay, no, I will say it. So because the Six of Cups is in reverse there. So if you guys are dealing with someone that makes you feel this way and it does trigger you, it's like, here's your chance to overcome it. There we go. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. Let's get you guys some oracle cards before we close out your reading. We're going to be getting a message from the crystals today, which I normally don't use these for the public readings. I usually only do them for private readings. I've been using them for my year ahead readings. The private ones are so long and so in depth. We go January through December, plus a general reading on the year. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group threes. We have sadness, determination, faith, protection, and peace. All right. So sadness could be like what you're overcoming. I think you're determined to make a choice or make some kind of change in your life. And so you could be protecting like your plans, for your peace. Maybe you're not telling people or you're not sharing with someone. And I feel like this is the year your faith is restored, you guys. I also think that you're being protected in ways that you don't realize. I mean, isn't that the truth until later? But specifically this year, you might be shielded or protected from someone, especially if it's like someone that's trying to hinder your growth or hinder your like new direction. All right, thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group threes. Can we get a message from the crystals for them for 2026, the upcoming year ahead? All right, you guys got a nice green shiny orb. Green aventurine, prosperity, fortune, and opportunity. Known as the good luck stone or the stone of opportunity, aventurine is used to attract abundance into your life. It propels growth, not just physical, but also personally, presenting learning opportunities for your soul's evolution. Aventurine also aligns situations so opportunities appear. Acting as a stabilizing force, aventurine balances male and female energy to bring a soothing harmony between yin and yang. Aventurine can also attract love, complementing the heart chakra and resolving lingering emotional issues. I love that. Corresponds to Aries and Mercury. My group number threes, that's what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. I hope it's a little insightful. I appreciate you guys being here so much. Again, Happy New Year to you. Thank you for being here with me. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you the next one. Thanks, guys.